So let's continue with EC2 hibernation. In the previous video, we went through the theoretical concept where we learned about what hibernation is, right? And what is the primary prerequisite for EC2 hibernation, right? So let us begin with the practical demonstration for the same. And before proceeding forward, just wanted to do an add-on that AWS has just updated its signing page and it would look something like this, right? So let me just log into my account and I'm logging this time with my IAM user, right? That is the Terraform user which we created initially. All right. Okay, so the primary thing that we discussed earlier was in order to create an Hibernation EC2 server, the primary prerequisite is that the EBS volume should be encrypted, right? So let us do the same. We are going to see what happens when we turn on the flag and what will happen when we won't do it, right? So let's go to EC2 and here we are going to create one server, all right? So click on launch instance, Hibernation server. Okay, you can select any of the AMI, but for this demonstration you can select any one of them. I am going with the default one, that is Amazon Linux, and let me select one of the key pairs, AWS server. All right, here you need to scroll down and here is the main thing that we need to catch here. See, the root volume is not encrypted here, right? So the thing that we need to do is we need to go here and then click on click on this drop down and then you need to see encrypted section, right? Here you can see the EBS volume is not encrypted, so you need to encrypt it. Okay, the first thing is done. Now the second thing is you need to scroll down, click on advanced details, and here you need to enable the hibernation behavior. So here you need to click on enable, right? So the primary thing is done. Here you are also getting the primary prerequisite. Whatever we did, it is asking us to enable the hibernation, right? The space allocated on the root volume to store the instance memory, it should be encrypted, right? So it is asking us to do the same. Once all of the above is done, click on launch instance. Now it will take some time and create the instance for us. All right. So that's the standard process that we are going to follow whenever we need to enable hibernation on EC2, right? So let us wait for some time until the instance is up and running. Okay. Now let's connect to the EC2 server. Connect. All right. So as you can see, the EC2 server is up and running. So let us see the uptime. You can see the uptime is 0 minute. All right. So since we launch it right now, it is showing as 0 minute. Okay. Let us wait till 1 minute. All right. So that we can actually get the diff what it is doing at the backend, right? So once it is done, what we'll do, we'll just keep the instance into hibernation mode and check what is the behavior after it. All right. Okay. Now it's 1 minute. Now let us go back to the instance server page and instance state and click on hibernate instance. All right. Okay, it is saying that it is not ready for hibernation. Try again after a few times. Refresh it. Let us wait for a few times. Okay, we are going to try it once again. All right, and it is showing that successfully initiated hibernation of hibernation server. All right, let us. All right. As you can see, the instance is stopped now. Now let us resume the services. Okay. Go to instance state again and click on start instance. Now still it is loading, and yeah, it is here. So what we are going to do is we are going to check the uptime, right? So as I mentioned earlier, hibernation is a state where our PC or our laptop is going into sleep mode. So earlier we checked it was 1 minute. Now when we put into hibernation, it took actually few time, and that is also counted. So right now the uptime is 3 minutes. All right. Now let us demonstrate the second thing. What will happen when we do not turn on that encryption and will apply for hibernation, right? So let us terminate the instance. Let us launch a new one. Okay, H2. Okay, image would be the same. Let us select one of the key pairs, and here you can see in the advanced section that the volume is not encrypted. Now let us check when the volume is not encrypted, are we able to hibernate the instance or not, right? So let us click on launch instance and let us validate whether we are getting the hibernation option um, enabled or not, right? So by default, as per the theory what we discussed earlier, it should not allow us to hibernate the EC2 instance. Why? Because the primary boot EBS volume is not encrypted, right? So that's the primary prerequisite in order to make any instance into hibernation. All right, let us wait for some time. All right, the instance is up and running, and let us connect the instance. Okay, now let us run the uptime, and then we are going to see how we can hibernate this instance. So primarily this should not allow us to do the hibernation, right? Because the boot volume is not encrypted. All right, okay, so let us run the uptime. Okay, it's 0 minute. Now let us go back, and once I click on instance state, you can see hibernate instance is disabled. Now why it is disabled? Because the EBS root volume was not checked mark, right? Was not encrypted, right? So hope you got today's video where we learned about EC2 hibernation. Basically, it's just a sleep mode for your server, right? And what will happen if you not encrypt your EBS volume? So that was the both the scenario that we covered today. All right. So see you in the next one. Thank you.